Hello, hey Facebook. How you guys doing? It is December 31st here in Melbourne in Australia. So it is going to be New Year's Eve obviously tonight, and I know a lot of you guys will be celebrating soon as well. So I'll give it just a sec and see who is live. We can have a bit of a chat. I'm a little bit obsessed with my makeup at the moment. I know it's not fantastic. I'm not a makeup artist or anything like that. But I have gone to a little bit of extra effort today to do it nicely. We're going to go out for dinner, my husband and I, and just celebrate the new year. So that's going to be exciting. I've still got to get the hair done and all that kind of stuff. All right. Cool. So I've kind of been umming and ahhing. I wasn't sure whether I was going to do a stream today, actually, because I've kind of had a few other things going on. I have been doing an absolute shitload of mindset work, of journaling, of basically prepping for 2017, and I kind of on the back of a lot of different people that I follow, and friends and family and everyone that's been posting about goals and resolutions. And I mean, everywhere that you go right now, you'll see something. I mean, I think one of the most popular memes, I'm actually going to have a seat for a sec. One of the most popular memes that I've seen going around is the New Year's resolutioners are coming, and, especially the gym memes, and a lot of the kind of, if you're just making the resolution for the sake of the new year, it's not going to last. Everybody else always does it. It's probably what you've done every other year, yada, yada, yada. And kind of, I know that it's almost like a thing now to just not even try and do a resolution. And I know I talk about that a lot throughout the year as well. Actually, I'm going to stand back up. I'm not really feeling this. All right. So, and I know it kind of almost seems like a thing at the moment to not do a New Year's resolution and to not set new goals and that kind of stuff. And that's fine. I understand that that's something I talk about a lot as well, is just living your life on purpose day to day and making your goals whenever you want to make your goals. And that's fine. That's all a given, and that's all what you do. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with choosing to make it for a fresh year. I mean, let's just be really honest about it. Year to year, the way that we have things is that it's a really easy way to basically check back on things and to kind of refresh things and to give yourself a really good taking back point. Because if you think, oh, look, I started a particular goal of mine in, say, April, and then you kind of think, oh, you get to the new year and you're like, oh, when did I start it? Has it been a year yet? Has it not? Like, it makes it easier, I guess, tactically and realistically for yourself in terms of your mind and in terms of just tracking things, to go, hold on, all right, this time last year, where was I? This time last year, and it's much easier to see because we've got a lot going on right now. We've got Christmas, we've got catch-ups, and it kind of stays in your mind a lot more than something that might have happened just throughout the year. I don't think there's anything wrong with just hitting the refresh button and deciding to change things up a little bit and do something and to actually recommit yourself. I think that's really, really important, right? My other take on resolutions, and this is something that I guess this is my kind of takeaway point, because I know a lot of people are saying don't do New Year's resolutions, they never work, yada yada, and then there's the other band camp going no, you can do your resolutions, stop trying to be so cool and all that kind of stuff, which I totally agree with. I don't think I think you should do resolutions whenever you want, and if it happens to be right now, do it right now. However, I guess my real take on it all is, regardless whether you're making a New Year's resolution, or if you're making a January 1st resolution, or you're just making a resolution starting today, December 31st, what you need to do, especially if you are doing a New Year's resolution and you happen to be in that position where you have made resolutions in the past or goal setting in the past where you've gone, okay, this year I'm doing this, or whatever it is, and you have not followed through with it, you have not stuck with it, you basically haven't achieved what you set out to achieve, my kind of take from that is, and my advice to you is, do something different. And I'm just going to straight out say it in the form of get help. Like, every year this happens so often. I'm going to give the gym example as an example because it's just such a clear one that I see over and over. Is obviously, as you've seen, there's going to be an influx of people with New Year's goals, New Year's resolutions, saying 2017, I'm going to own this year. It's going to be my year. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to finally get that dream body I've always wanted, all this kind of stuff. And in they file into the gym, and they're all motivated, they're totally ready for it, they totally want this, they're totally in mindset right, all that kind of stuff. Except that, you know what, honestly, their mindset's not right. Their mindset is purely emotion fueled. It's purely motivation and current situation and current mood fueled, which means that right now they're really, really motivated because it's exciting. They've done all this stuff and they're really excited for it and they really want it to happen. But as soon as things don't start happening the way they want, or things plateau, or things stall, or they just aren't enjoying it, and then they realize, well, I don't like doing this. I want this body, but I don't enjoy doing this exercise that I've been doing. Oh my God, am I going to have to do this forever and ever? Is this the only way I'm going to get this? And they quit, right? And so I don't judge people for doing that. I get that. I've been there. I know what it's like. You get really motivated and you get really excited, and that's great. But if you haven't figured out a way that you're going to be able to make this last, as in your lifestyle, as in past January, as in past February, as in well into 2018 and beyond, then what the hell's the point? Like, what are you expecting to achieve differently this year if you're just doing the same thing over and over and over? And this is where I say, for everyone, for whatever your goal is, get help, get some expert, get a mentor, get a coach, whatever it is. Get someone to actually help you with this, because the people who actually go and see someone and get the help and get the guidance and get the professional expert opinion and whatever it is, I mean, think about it. If something's wrong with your health, do you go and sit on Google forever and ever and just Google it and try and work out what you're doing? Or do you go to a doctor and pay someone because they're an expert, because they're much more likely to figure out? I'm not saying all doctors are fantastic, all people in the world aren't fantastic. However, you're much more likely to get a good answer and actually get something figured out if you go and see this doctor, right? It goes the same for anything else. If you want to expand and explode your business, you will go see a business coach, someone who preferably is in a similar boat to you, obviously. And it's I know that that's a big scary thing out in the business coaching world, because there are so many business coaches out there that have, and that some that do know what they're doing, some that don't, and more to the point, some that just purely teach based on what they have done themselves, and therefore, if it doesn't work for you, tough shit. And that's, there's so many different ones out there. So you need to be really sure of what you're looking for. And same thing goes with, personal training or weight loss or whatever it is. If you want, to find the right coach for yourself, you need to be sure you're picking the right one. Yeah. But at the end of the day, getting some help, having someone who actually knows what they're doing, who's going to stand by with you, who's going to push you, who's going to educate you. And this is really important. This is something I say to my clients a lot is, I'm happy to train you. I'm happy to work with you and coach you and all that kind of stuff, but never to the point where if I tell you, go do this exercise or go do that exercise that we've already done 6 or 7 times and you look at me blankly, that's not what I'm here for. I do not want you to just be a lemming that, basically I just point you in the direction of different things and you go pick them up. I'm here to educate you. I don't want you to become reliant on me, because what if I move away someday? What if you move away? What if something happens? I want this to work for you for your lifetime. So I want you to be able to, obviously, not to the extent that the knowledge that I have, for sure, because obviously I've got a hell of a lot more, and this is my industry, this is my job, so this is what I invest myself in over and over. However, I want you to be able to at least maintain your own lifestyle, give or take, whether I'm there. And that's really important, because at the end of the day, you are going to be on your own eventually. Like, unless you're literally expecting someone to sit there and hold your hand for the rest of your life, you're going to have to figure it out. But that doesn't mean don't ask for help at the beginning. Don't ask for help to actually get you started, because once you're on the road, fine, you'll get there, you'll figure it out, you'll keep going. But if you are seriously just going to go over and over and over, doing the same thing on your own with no one else to help you, and just jumping in and going, yes, I'm full of emotion, I'm full of excitement and motivation, I'm going to make this happen right now, that's awesome. But when that dies away, that's when you're going to be stuck and you're going to go, oh, well, I don't actually know how to change this. I don't enjoy this exercise program, but I don't know what else to do. I don't enjoy starving myself, but I don't know what else to do. All I've ever known is just eat less. And so now I'm sick of eating less. What am I going to do? Right? So whatever it is, I think that's the main kind of point I wanted to get out today. in terms of my take on goal setting and all that kind of stuff. I love it. I absolutely am such a fan of it. Obviously, you know that I'm also a big fan of mindset work and journaling and recommitting emotionally, having that emotional investment into what it is every single day. However, there's nothing wrong with just pressing reset, you know, once a year and just getting really clear and just making an entire year's worth of goals, because it focuses you. If it focuses you, what the hell could be wrong with that? Nothing, right? But try something different this year. Try actually getting some help. Try actually having someone there to guide you, someone that is an expert that can give you that advice, that can give you that guidance, that can actually get you not only to start and to get some results happening, but to be able to keep it going. And this is such a big thing, because it's, you know, this isn't me making it up. This isn't me just trying to sell myself and all this kind of stuff. This is just the pure results of it. And working in the fitness industry, especially for so many years, it just is. It's the reality of it that, you know, I don't know how many percentages it is, but it is something ridiculously high, that, you know, the percentage of people who actually join in around that sort of New Year period versus the number of those that are still coming in even in February, even 1 month later, it's well below 50% that's dropped off. And that's huge. That's 50% of the people that you see that look so motivated, so excited, so ready to make this their year, to make it happen, to get their dream body, to get their health back, for whatever fantastic reasons they have, whether it's, you know, purely aesthetic, that they just want to look shit hot because, hey, they've always felt like the fat person, the fat friend, or they've always felt less than, or whatever it is, whether it's purely for themselves and for their emotional stuff, or whether they're having a baby or they want to have a baby, or whatever it is. There's so many reasons, and all these valid reasons, that if you listen to them and they open up to you and they tell you what they want and why they really, really want it, you almost want to cry, because you can feel how much emotion and how much they care for it. 50% of those people won't be there. 50% of those people will have quit within a month, if more. I'm pretty sure it is more, but I'm going to say 50% just to be on the safe side, right? But I'm definitely sure that it is more than that. And that's heartbreaking, because that's 50% of those people that have such valid, such truthful, such emotional connections to their reasons, and they won't follow through. And this goes to, you know, obviously health and fitness, but it goes through to your business stuff. It goes through to your career. It goes through to your relationships. A number of people that just year after year go, okay, no, this year I'm going to fix the stuff in my relationship that I don't talk about. I'm going to talk to my partner. I'm going to actually open up. I'm going to make these changes, whatever it is. And they don't do it. Or they try a few times and their partner doesn't respond and they move on. You need to not be afraid to put your hand up and ask for help when you need it. It's as simple as that. If there is one thing that I've learned through the years, it is any time that I've actually taken the leap of trusting myself enough to know that I can handle someone else helping me, and that I can go with it and not feel like I'm weaker or I'm useless because I need help. That is the times that whatever my goal is has just escalated to the max, whether it's my health, whether it's my fitness, and yes, I've had fitness advice too, whether it's my career, whether it's my relationships. It's when I haven't been afraid to actually just go, you know what, I'm doing this differently. I'm going to actually have an expert help me, have a mentor, have a coach, whatever it is, for whatever reason it is, and suddenly things start happening. It's crazy, but it's different, right? It's different. I'm all for you guys starting, being really excited about all the emotional reasons and all the stuff that you want to get done and all the motivation that you have right now. But think about it for a month from now. Think about it. Will you know what to do when it's not working? Will you know what to do when it's less fun? Will you know, more to the point, if you go your own for the next month, will you actually be already a step behind by the time you get started, right? Or maybe you could just start right now, right? All right, so that is all I wanted to talk about today. If you've seen my little post earlier, I'm super excited for 2017 because I have decided I'm going to actually do the live stream, a reading of my blog posts, because I know a lot of people don't have time to actually sit down and read, but for example, you might be driving or you might be on the train or whatever it is, and you can just listen to it, or especially people that are driving, because obviously then you can't even you definitely can't read, whereas you can on the train, but that is going to be an awesome thing. So I'm going to start with a few of my older blogs first and go through, and they're going to be uploaded onto YouTube as well. So you can watch them back whenever you want and find them nice and easily, because I know I've got so much content on my page that it's a little bit hard to find stuff sometimes. But yes, I'm getting into that as of tomorrow, as of the 1st of January. Very excited. And that is a big thing that it just kind of came to me the other night that I'm like, well, why am I not doing this? This is what I love. Like, I love writing, obviously, and my blogs are, come from the heart, and they're very, very soul driven and all that kind of thing. But hell, I love speaking even more. So may as well get that out. So I'm going to be doing that. And I've got some other really awesome stuff coming up for you as well. So stay tuned. Have a fantastic New Year's Eve, whatever you happen to be doing. Enjoy. And I'm going to go have some wine shortly, I think. Begin the celebrations. Go have a beautiful dinner with my husband. And I will see you guys next year. Thanks for a fantastic 2016. See you tomorrow.